Viewer from Swift County wants to talk about estate taxes. Viewer believes that there's been some opposition to raising the estate tax exemption to $5 million, and viewer doesn't understand why there would be such opposition. Many states have none. This, I gather, is a tax bill issue. Who can tell us a little bit about what's going on that?
Well, I can start.
Senator?
And what he's talking about is an overall $5 million exemption when you're working through and calculating your estate tax. And what happened, I'm sure what he's referring to, what happened is that the Senate bill had a $5 million exemption in it. And then on Friday morning, when we took up the tax bill, there was an amendment offered to lower that general exemption to $2 million. And it wasn't that I think people were against the $5 million. It's just that when you looked out into, well, not so much the next biennium, but the bienniums after that, that it would really, really put the budget into trouble as far as having a balanced budget. And I think that's the primary driver for lowering that exemption from $5 million to $2 million, because it was fairly expensive. You go out 3, 4 bienniums. It's important for everyone to remember that the $5 million exemption for farms and qualifying small businesses is still in place like it always was, so that hasn't changed. And the gift tax was taken out too in the tax bill, so I think that really simplifies estate planning also. And so if you compare what was passed in the tax bill compared to what was current law last year, the general exemption went from $1 million to $2 million. The gift tax is gone, and the farm and small business, qualifying small business exemption is still $5 million. So that's in the bottom what happened.
We did have to change that on the floor because it didn't. The bill didn't balance out, and so it was changed from 5 to 2. But the farms were still protected. So
right.
In legislative lingo, that's called tails. The years out where it just has the residuals like that.
And I think it's important to know too that, and I'm one of them, probably some of you around the table here too. I think that's a good goal to get to that $5 million for federal conformity. But it's just that we're going to have to go at it a little slower pace than some of us wanted to. But we also have in Minnesota by law we have to balance the budgets, and so.
Representative Sawicki, any thoughts on the exemption issues?
Well, we're just fortunate that we have Senator Coonan, who works with it every day. So I look and respect, that we're looking forward, and because that wouldn't have, like you say, the tails is something that we have to be responsible for, and things that we can't forget, and things that aren't necessarily on the people's minds necessarily, and to remember that we have to work out, and we don't want to spend money that we don't have for the future right now.
Well, and I will tell you that this is really the first tax bill in my term in office that I've ever voted for. I think it was a very tough bill, worked on very hard. We did repeal the B2B and the business-to-business taxes. We didn't do the marriage penalty until next year. We'd have liked to have done it this year. But overall, I think we did it was a hard-fought battle, and I think this was a good tax bill. One of the things that I was really happy to see, and that's the federal conformity on the short sales for foreclosures, because Minnesotans had a huge tax liability. Some of the folks in my district talked about at the end of the year they would have up to $8,000 tax liability because of the short sale.
On a property they no longer own.
That's correct.
True.
And in something that they were really trying to do the most honest thing and have a short sale and not have it go into foreclosure. So we were very happy to see that happen, plus the B2Bs, and I think it was a good, solid tax bill. Could we have done better? Maybe, but I think overall, when you get the overall support on a tax bill that we had both in the House and the Senate, I think it shows that we really worked hard on that bill.
My thoughts would be that we had worked very hard at the end of last session to bring those B2B taxes and those other kinds of things forward, and we worked just as hard and as fast on the very first days of the legislative session to repeal those. We did suggest that those were going to be problematic for businesses and for family farms and for farmers to pay those types of taxes. The problem that we have is that they went into place, and now that they're coming up, we all want to be heroes on that. I would have just assumed we didn't deal with those done all the conformity things last year, because I'm hearing from a lot of tax preparers in my district and people who are with open returns right now saying, Representative O'Driscoll, when am I going to know if I get the marriage penalty? Not this year. How about some of the other kinds of educational deductions that federal conformity have brought out? I've had some estate tax questions that Representative Coonan has outlined, and I've also had some folks contacting me very, very concerned about the conformity as it relates to the short sales and the losses that they would be paying. Taxes do matter for people. They absolutely do matter for people in all income groups and individual situations.
Well, and I would have to agree. We worked very hard not to pass those taxes last year. And so, but it's really amazing to me that it only took such a short time to find out that they were a big mistake, so, and to repeal them.
Any other thoughts on the tax bill? If not, we'll move on.